for outdoor art, and our idea is based on rhythm and tempo. In fact, the piece is called Tempo, and it's about developing a sense of movement over time, from small to bigger to crescendo, where we bring power and creativity and joy together all in one moment. It's based on the general coloration of African colors and patterning, geometric patterning, and the patterning will be provided by aluminum plates, which are on the table here. I'll hold one up. So these will be situated about this form here. The silvery areas, these ribbons in kind of a leaf-like form, will be fabricated stainless steel. It's 28 feet tall by 100 feet wide by about 16 feet deep. It will be internally illuminated with LED lights, so it's not shined on, it shines outwards and will glow in the evening. The Sandbar Ferry Road site is actually fairly dark, so this will be far more dramatic than it is here in a fairly well-lit area. And we have these other elements here, which Pam is going to talk about a little bit, and I'll let her do that now.
Okay, thank you. We saw that in the prospectus that they want us to consider the ingenuity, industry, floral, and music. But we also want to tie in the community. We know how much history is important and community is important for this gateway structure on Sandberry Road. So what we have here are these ribbons that are made of cement, and they'll have mosaics. Okay, right now we've depicted some mosaics that have music, azaleas, industry, and ingenuity. But this is our opportunity to get the community involved, because we can't necessarily have the voice for the people that we don't know. And the people in the community are welcome to help us or contribute to the design of these images that go on these 4 ribbons. The ribbons are going to be made with mosaics. It's going to be, here's an example, and this is vitreous glass mosaic, or it's going to be with high-fired glazed porcelain.
I can pass this around if anyone would like to see it.
And the beauty about a mosaic is we can make almost any image. And also, it has no maintenance involved. It's very durable because ancient mosaics, subway systems, all it takes is hosing down and a little dawn if you want, but nothing chemical, nothing else. Mosaics are long lasting. But again, the reason is because we wanted to tie in the community and give the community an opportunity to have its voice within our piece, so that we can have it come to a structure that's joyful and a beacon on the road. And you're welcome to read our inspiration.
Questions? Dennis?
You have a number of pieces there for your sculpture. Are they all going to be installed on one base, or will they actually be separate bases in the grass?
Each thing, each form, each ribbon will have a concrete footing foundation underneath it, so that they can, be secure and stand upright. These, of course, will be gauged to the size of the form, and this will have a much more massive engineered concrete footing, concrete rebar stuff.
And could you just say the sizes again? Like the central piece is how tall do you imagine?
This is 28 feet tall. The model's a ½ inch to a foot. So in general, if we look at these people, we get a visual scale of how big that is. And these would be spaced out a little bit beyond the screen to about 100 feet, which at a ½ inch to a foot would be 50 inches across here, which would be some distance.
And are the people as tall as the West Side basketball team, or are they more of average?
They were pretty tall. They were probably stand up about. That was a big team. But, pretty amazing that way. And it's about 16 feet deep wide.
So with each of the pieces individually mounted, are you thinking that it would be grass in between them, or are you thinking something else?
No, I think definitely grass. Currently the site is mostly grass or crabgrass or whatever that is that's there. would probably mostly just stay that. The site was described to us as primarily as a drive-by site, so we're looking at seeing people drive down the length of that, probably at some speed, 60 miles an hour or so. But we don't want to discount that some people will stop and explore it in a more closely intimate way, so they'll want to walk up and look at it and touch it. And at that point, they might be able to read these a little bit differently and interact with the thing. And I may not have answered your question fully. All these are stuck on one, on one footing, and the rest of them are on.
I understand that. I'm just thinking out loud with you that
Sure.
it will require maintenance of the grounds at some point in time, because that grass may grow 2 to 3 feet tall.
I assume they're mowing the lawn now. When we were there, it was mowed, and I assume it's the city that's doing that. I would assume they would do
City
that
property,
with
so-
anything that's there, so, sometimes there's a perimeter then with gravel or something to allow the mower not to run into it, so that's pretty easily addressed depending on what the city might need that way, so.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sure. All right.